Way to start the game. Thanks for joining us. Should be a good game. Memorial, PSJA Memorial taking on Edinburgh High.
Reason I wanted to come down here and check this game out for sure was, I'm anxious to see how Edinburgh is going to jump back after that loss to Edinburgh Vela. That was a tough loss. They did everything that they needed to do to win, and now they find themselves, wanting to stay in first place. Okay, so I'm anxious to see how they're going to rebound. And obviously, PSJA Memorial is a very well coached team by Steinbrenner. So I'm looking for this matchup, and I'm hoping and I'm looking forward to an exciting game.
The first time these two teams played, it was a close game, and PSJA Memorial actually, they thought, hey, we should have won that game at home, and they circled this one. They want to come back and prove, as was the case with the girls team. Now you're starting to position yourself for a playoff team, and if you're a playoff team in the lower round, as far as second, third, fourth place, then you start saying, well, how well do we play against a district champion? Therefore, you measure yourself right here. This is a team vying for the district championship. So Memorial has a lot to gain from coming out here and playing hard.
Yeah, and the thing is that it's either you get pushed or you push back. So like I said, they're a very well-coached team, and I give Steinbrenner a lot of credit, coming over from Mercedes and trying to rebuild this team again. So I give him a lot of credit on coaching his team and preparing them for these type of games. I can't talk about how big coaching is in games like this, and how big students have to step up at the same time. So I'm looking forward to see what happens when they get pushed. Will they push back, or will they just, give it up? So it should be interesting.
Against Edinburgh Vela, the Edinburgh Bobcats, I was talking to other people outside the broadcast afterwards saying that Vela kind of took them into another style of game that Edinburgh necessarily wasn't comfortable playing, and that is it was a much more physical, contested, a little slower paced game. Memorial, I don't think, is going to try to slow this thing down at all.
Yeah, and the thing is that another thing that might be overlooked is, you have great play by, Garza coming in, Ryan's little brother coming in and playing well like that. So believe it or not, Vela actually did everything that they needed to do as far as playing-wise to get that game in their hands. And Edinburgh, gave them a really good matchup. It's just that it just wasn't able to fall their way in the last couple seconds in the minutes.
Is this a game that Edinburgh's going to have to come out and hit shots early on? Because if Memorial gets hot from the outside, they can light it up.
Yeah, they will, and the thing is that it's going to have to see what each team is going to bring to the table. What is their strategy coming in, and I think whoever gets a feel for the game first, and whoever gets the hot hand could have the upper hand here. We'll have to wait and see.
We want to send a shout out to Sabrina Rosales, who's watching all the way from Colorado, watching her little brother play. Adrian Rosales, number 25 on the Memorial Wolverines, and away we go. Thanks again for joining us for the broadcast here on RioSparks.com. It's going to be off the dribble. Woodard, fadeaway jumper, that's off balance, and it won't go. Rebound in the paint, taken down, and Memorial will have it. That's Adrian Rosales with the rebound. Rosales brings it front side. Guarded by Woodard, takes him off the dribble, got in the paint, tried to dish it off on the baseline, and it's tipped last by a Bobcat. We'll stay right here. 7:36 to go here in this first quarter of play. We're just underway from Edinburgh High School. This is PSJA Memorial with a long three on the way. That's a high arcing shot. Won't go by J.D. Chavez. And then the rebound goes out of bounds.
Those easy looks are going to have to get converted. He shot an air ball, and it fell right into the, offensive player's hand, and he wasn't able to put it back. That's going to be big for them. They're going to have to really crash the boards today.
Edinburgh basketball. They'll slow the pace. Matt Cruz spins it right side. Ball stolen and saved back inbounds, but the Bobcats get it for a layup. Mark Figueroa with the bucket. First 2 points of this game belong to Edinburgh. Off the near steal. Here come the Memorial Wolverines. Get it back outside for a three. That's on the way, and that one won't go. Rebound taken down by the Edinburgh Bobcats. Woodard brings it into the front court. Has it on the dribble. Pulls the trigger on a 15-footer. Bang. Antoine Woodard with the basket. He's got 4. Well, they gave us a roster, but number 23 is not listed. So I'll tell you who that is on the fly here for Memorial. It's their ball on the drive. That one's blocked out of bounds by the Bobcats of Edinburgh. PSJA Memorial Wolverines will throw the ball inbounds. Those watching on the social media on Facebook, be sure you follow our page and share it if you will, so we can get some additional fans involved and keep spreading the word and growing every day that we are in operation. That ball's deflected and rebounding foul is going to be called.
Both teams battling the boards. Aggressive and physical play is expected tonight when two teams like this meet up.
It'll be Edinburgh basketball. Bobcats lost for the first time in district play last Friday. They're back on their home court here tonight. Woodard, isolated, spins it outside in the hands of Matt Cruz. Cruz top of the key to Garcia. Garcia hands it back to Cruz. Slow pace right now for the Bobcats of Edinburgh. They'll be patient. Just underway here in the first quarter. Woodard to Figueroa. Figueroa on a clear out, guarded by David Garner. Takes it in the paint, threw it away.
Yeah, and those are forced turnovers by the defense. That was a great defensive possession by the Wolverines.
Wolverine ball, looking for their first points of this game. Adrian Rosales will bring it front side. J.D. Chavez has it. Chavez on a clear out, guarded by Damian Garcia. Takes it out the dribble. On the baseline, that one's blocked out of there and controlled by Edinburgh. Jesus Cantu with that block shot. Bobcats with the ball in the front court. Spin it right side. Figueroa three. Nothing doing. Rebound by the Wolverines. And then the whistle blows, and that'll be on Woodard.
It's unfortunate they weren't able to capitalize on those block shots. That's already twice. The big man for Edinburgh has already been able to protect the rim. So looking forward to see what he can do defensively tonight.
That's Ray Salinas, by the way, at number 23 for Memorial. Gets open for a three. Why not? On point, misses the shot. Rebound taken down by Edinburgh's Bobcats, and the whistle blows. Bobcats with the ball. Working in the outside. Slow the pace again. Matt Cruz. 4:42 to go here in this first quarter of play. Cruz off the dribble. Got a screen, spins it back to Woodard. Woodard lobs it inside. Nice catch in traffic. Cantu, fadeaway jumper, got it.
Yeah, and the thing is that Edinburgh, right away, they're trying to go to the big man. That's about the third possession. That they've been screening for him and they're trying to get him in the right position, and finally they were able to, and he was able to capitalize with the basket.
Cantu, Woodard, and Figueroa all with made baskets for Edinburgh. They lead 6-0. Here's a steal on a turnover, and here come the Bobcats in the front court. Work it out to Woodard. Tees up a long three. Got it. Off the turnover. Bobcats rolling. They're up 9. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Back here and PSJA Memorial down 9-0. We're in Edinburgh to the Edinburgh Bobcats, who have jumped out here in this first quarter to a lead. Now a little pressure by the Bobcats. Methodically, they push it into the paint. Layup on the way, good. Victor Salgado with the bucket. And that was a real nice, calm press break, and then just a layup out of it.
Well, what happened here is that their press is not really to trap so much. It's just kind of to slow down the tempo even more and try to get them to play at Edinburgh's pace, but yet they didn't defend the cutter and the back line, so it cost them a basket.
Woodard on the dribble. Got a high side screen. Kicks it outside to Cruz. Cruz goes baseline. Nice ball fake by Garcia. Got it. Damian Garcia And that was started by a baseline ball fake, which you don't recognize that a lot, or it doesn't get recognized on the highlight reels. Turnover by the Wolverines. Here come the Bobcats in the front court. Outside is Figueroa, looking inside, posting up Cantu. Nothing there, gets it to Woodard instead. Woodard now gets it in the hands of Cantu. Jesus watches a cutter, takes it in the paint, spins it back outside, open three. Answer, yes.
And that's exactly what they're trying to do. Edinburgh is trying to run their offense through their big man Cantu, and that's exactly another example of how they're able to utilize him very well.
That's the inside game opening up the outside shooters. Overhead pass. Wolverines with the ball. Rosales layup, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Salgado. Work it back outside. On the penetration, that ball stripped and a loose ball, and the whistle blows. Will they call a foul or a jump ball?
Now, Woodard's going to have to be careful today. He's got to watch his hand and keep his composure so he doesn't pick up another early foul.
They called that a jump ball. Possession arrow stay right here in the hands of the Wolverines. Bobcat fans making some noise up here. Nothing wrong with that.
I take it.
They're up 14-2 early on. Memorial needs to settle the pace here. Nick Cisneros now with the ball. Spins it over to David Garner, and out of his hands, turnover. Turnovers now 3 for Memorial.
Yeah, they just really haven't found their rhythm tonight. Not yet.
Edinburgh basketball. They're watching us in Plano, Texas. Want to send a shout out back to Winter Lewis. Off the drive for the Bobcats. Spin it on the baseline. Garcia makes the move. Hangs in the air, gets to Cantu, threw it away. Turnover by the Bobcats. Minute 54 left here in this first quarter. Slow start for PSJA Memorial. They've taken just 5 shots. They're 1 of 5 from the field. Cisneros spins it in the hands of Rosales. Rosales guarded by Antoine Woodard. Takes him baseline. Shot it, missed it. Woodard gets a rebound. Muscles his way out of traffic. Outlet pass, and here come the Bobcats in the front court. Cruz on the dribble. Takes some pressure, and then a foul is going to be called on Cisneros. Stops play with 1:28 to go in the first. Bobcats. I wasn't sure if we would see a team come out here and just try to really turn up the heat and try to erase that Friday night victory or do what they're doing here, calm, cool, collect.
And I think they need it going forward. And again, nobody wants to give up first place in their district. So I expected this start. So let's see if Memorial now can actually get it going.
Memorial with the ball in the back court. Methodically against this pressure. Overhead pass to Salgado. Salgado with 1:08, back tap, and that's a reach and a foul on Matt Cruz.
This late in the quarter, you have to be careful with your fouls and just make sure that it doesn't get away from you. Just keep doing what you're doing correctly. Game is in your hands.
1:06 left here in this first quarter of play. In the back court, Memorial's Wolverines with only one made basket here in this first quarter. Rosales takes it off the dribble and swatted out of there by Cantu. Another block shot by Cantu. Saves it back in bounds. Memorial collects it. Shot up good. Sticking with it is Victor Salgado for the basket. 40 seconds left here in the quarter. A little pressure now by Memorial's Wolverines. Overhead pass to Figueroa. He gets away from the trap. Hands it off to Cruz. Cruz spins it over to Garcia. Garcia off the dribble. Over to Figueroa. Figueroa, nothing there for him. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Figueroa to Cruz. 22 seconds to go. Cruz on a clear out. Backs it out. No 5-second call, giving plenty of room out there. Now he'll take a screen just inside the arc. Spin it back outside to Woodard with 12. Down to 10. Woodard on a clear out. Garner to guard. Gives him about 6 feet. Got a screen. Woodard takes a bump. Goes in the paint. Lost it. And then the whistle blows. Stops play with 0.9 seconds to go in the quarter. Edinburgh Bobcats on top. They jumped out to this lead. here in this first quarter. Slow start for PSJA Memorial's Wolverines.
Yeah, and honestly, I think what's going on here is I think they haven't really gotten a feel for the game as far as the officiating. These officials are actually letting them play, and that's one thing that Memorial, is getting just used to. It seems like just now in that last possession when one of their big guys got hit in the face, and they were able to get a basket because they didn't give up on the play. So maybe in the second quarter, what I'm looking forward to is Memorial getting used to this physicality that the refs are allowing them to play in, and maybe the baskets will start coming easier for them.
Quick break. 1 quarter in the books. Edinburgh on top. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here after 1 quarter of play, and the Bobcats of Edinburgh on top. I'm Joe Bowling. Evie Vasquez on my right-hand side as we are in Edinburgh for a second consecutive game. On Friday we were here, Tuesday back here at it. Soccer fans, never fear. We've got some soccer coverage coming later on this week. We've also got basketball coverage on Friday. Still trying to decide what direction we're going Friday night. That's kind of I'm going to let the fans be a you pick 'em kind of thing for our 2 games on Friday night, including our game of the week.
Let us know, guys.
Cantu takes it inside, and then off the dribble. That's going to be off the foot of George Hernandez, and a turnover by the Edinburgh Bobcats to start this second quarter. Softball just around the corner. They started practice last week. They'll have some scrimmages this week. We'll have games next week, softball. On the dribble for Memorial, Adrian Rosales gets it outside to Cisneros. Cisneros finds David Garner. Whistle blows with 7:21 to go.
Looks like they're calling a double foul off the ball.
If you're Edinburgh, and this foul in this case was on Cantu, I believe. If you're allowed to play physical, you can, I always coach my players, continue to push the envelope until you know where the limit is. If they're going to allow a physical game, take it physical. Memorial needs to react to that. And not a reactionary foul. Play the same style. There's a difference.
Yeah, and as a coach, you always say one thing, you can never allow yourself to get bullied. You want to continue to push back whenever they are pushing you as well.
That 3 won't go. Loose ball. Picked out of there by Matt Cruz for Edinburgh. Bobcats with the ball. Double team. Cruz gets through that. Takes it, spins it, and loses it. Turnover, Memorial gets it back. That's what I'm talking about right there. You can play the same style, not a retaliation. Just match them with the intensity and the physical play.
Yeah, you don't want to get pushed around. You don't want to be, anybody's doll, per se.
A lot of players will retaliate, and that's easy for an official to call. That's not the same thing. There's a big difference.
Big difference. You got to be able to keep your cool, yet be able to,
just match the level of play.
That's it.
Edinburgh basketball. Bobcats. Neither team has scored here in the second quarter. Figueroa between the circles. Spins it outside to Cruz. Cruz got a screen. Guarded by Cisneros. Gets it to Cantu. Cantu guarded by Salinas. Overhead pass to Cruz. Cruz at the free throw line. Forced that pass. Deflected. Stolen. Here come the Wolverines in the front court. In the paint. Shot it up and in. Salgado with the bucket.
It took almost the whole 2 minutes to get the first basket of the second quarter because of the physical play. So let's see who can settle into the second quarter first.
Bobcats with the ball, working outside to Figueroa. Edinburgh in the white uniforms. PSJA Memorial in the green. Figueroa hands it off to Cantu. That's where you want him catching if you're Memorial. You want Cantu catching the ball out there. On the drive, here comes Garcia, rolls it up, no good. Rebound in the paint, that's anyone's ball. And I'll say this, if you want to rebound, you better understand that there's contact coming after you get your hands on it.
And the thing is that you also have to protect it if you're Memorial, especially when you have active guards the way Edinburgh does. You do the dirty job and you go up and you get the rebound, yet you bring the ball down with you and they're going to strip you of it. So that's one thing that they have to work on. And honestly, of course, you have Cantu in there, so you know that each and every single board is going to be hard to come by. So whatever you do get, you better make sure that you grab it and you stay with it.
Memorial basketball. 14-4 was our first quarter score. Memorial with the only 2 points here in the second quarter. Their ball, Wolverines. And there's a whistle away from the ball, and a foul is going to be called on Victor Salgado. .5:26 remaining here in the first half of play. Low scoring event thus far. Bobcats basketball. Hernandez across the timeline. Top of the key, it goes to Figueroa. Figueroa attacks to Garcia. Garcia, nothing there for him. Backs it out. Over it goes in the hands of Hernandez. Hernandez takes it off the dribble. That ball deflected into the hands of Figueroa. 4-3, that was way off the mark. In the paint, rebound taken down by the Wolverines. Salgado secures that board. 4:53 remaining in the half. In the front court, here comes Salinas. Salinas gets it back outside to Rosales. Rosales got a screen, takes it, attacks in the paint, and got fouled.
Yeah, baskets are not coming so easy for Edinburgh anymore. They got to continue to go into Cantu and use their inside-out game just like they did in the first quarter and see if that can get them going again.
Foul will be called on Jesus Cantu, which is his first. To the free throw line will go Adrian Rosales for PSJA Memorial. Rosales hasn't scored a point yet. Misses on the free throw. Rosales has 3 rebounds. Substitution checks in for PSJA Memorial. Orly Munoz will check into the game. Salgado has a seat. Salgado has the only points for this team so far. He's got all 6 of their points. Rosales tries to join him in the scorebook. And does. 3-0 run by Memorial. I guess you can call a 3-0 a run in this game. Right now it's a slow-paced game.
Very slow second quarter, I agree.
Edinburgh Bobcats on the drive is Garcia. Dishes off to Cantu. Threw a low pass to a big man. Got tied up.
If you're that deep inside the paint, you have to go up with it. There's no question about it.
In Cantu's defense, he caught that pass at his knees.
That's also true.
Inbound play. They'll get it into Cruz. Cruz looks inside to Cantu. Lost that one. Turnover, and Memorial has it.
Yeah, that's already like 2 or 3 turnovers, deep inside the paint for their big Edinburgh's big man Cantu. Can't happen.
Memorial basketball. Outside to J.D. Chavez. Chavez given plenty of room. Takes it off the dribble. 4 minutes left here in the half. Takes it to the baseline. Forced that shot and made it.
You see, and they've changed the game up a little bit more. They're starting to attack the basket more, getting to the free throw line, and that's exactly what they're going to need. Just start inching away at that scoreboard, and playing some hard defense, and I'm pretty sure they'll get back into it.
5-point game. Bobcats with the ball. Figueroa off the dribble from the baseline. Gets it outside to Hernandez. Hernandez back to Figueroa, and he travels. All right, turnovers. 3 turnovers by Memorial out of the gate. Since then, none. Edinburgh turned it over 3 times in the first quarter, 5 already here in the second quarter. Thus, they've been outscored 5-0, and we've got a ball game with a 5-point game. Memorial with the ball, 3:32 remaining in the half. In the front court, Martinez. Martinez gets it to Chavez. Chavez guarded out there by Furman Ramos. Takes it off the dribble, got in the paint, gets it outside to Rosales instead. Rosales over to Munoz. Munoz guards by Cantu, who brings him out beyond the 3-point arc. Now, as the lane opens up, driving inside is Chavez. Lost it, gets it back outside. Martinez, I like that idea. They pulled Cantu outside, then a foul in the mid-court area.
That's right, and that'll give your team options, whether you want to drive or what they're doing right now with the dribble drive. You drive in, you can't get anything to kick it back out, and that's exactly how it's going to work if they get Cantu out of the paint so he can't protect it. They're their only shot blocker.
Memorial with 3:03 to go. Nice pass inside, layup good on a back court. And Salinas with the bucket.
And all of a sudden, it's a 3-point game.
Bobcats with the ball. They've been outscored 7-0 here in the second quarter.
It's a slow second quarter for Edinburgh, that's for sure.
Garcia has it on the dribble. Looking inside for Cantu. Instead, he'll go to Hernandez. Hernandez, 2:33 to go here in the quarter. Hernandez, double team. Gets it to Ramos. Furman Ramos looking inside. Spins it to Cantu. Nice catch on the baseline. Finds a cutter. Layup goes up. No good. Missed off the mark. Out of bounds it goes by Garcia.
Yeah, not much is going their way right now. They're really going to have to get back into this game, by doing what's been working. I wonder if they'll go back into their press and see if they go back into their inside-out game. They're trying to, but it's just not being effective right now.
Figueroa, Woodard on the bench right now for Edinburgh's Bobcats here in the second quarter. Memorial driving into traffic, and Salinas has it taken away. Turnover by the Wolverines. Here come the Bobcats. Bobcats top of the key. Minute 57 left here in the half. Hernandez has it. Guarded by J.D. Chavez. Beats him off the dribble. Bounce pass to Cantu. Cantu spins it over for a three by Cruz. No. Rebound taken down by the Wolverines. Minute 41 to go. Here comes John Martinez. Martinez hands it off to Salinas. Salinas back to Martinez. Directs some traffic. Lost his dribble, hands it off, and J.D. Chavez there to help him out. Chavez gets it back to Martinez. Minute 22 to go here in the half. Right side, Rosales joins the mix. Got a screen from Munoz, goes to the baseline. Double team comes in there. They try to tie him up. Hands it off. Munoz layup good.
And there you go. All of a sudden, you're able to get to the basket a little bit easier, and that allows your team to get some easier baskets.
1 point game. Edinburgh has yet to score here in the second quarter. Chance of defense by the Memorial fans, who suddenly are making a lot of noise here. On the drive is Garcia. Nothing there for him. Back it outside. Will they pitch a shutout for the quarter? Memorial's Wolverines certainly trying to do that.
And they'll sit back and they'll allow them to dribble off, and they'll go into halftime content with the way they finished. It's Edinburgh who's going to have to see if they can bounce back in this third quarter once they come back. On the drive, that one's blocked. The ball goes out of bounds. Stay right here. Ramos got the shot off, but got it blocked out of bounds. 28 seconds left here in the half. Bobcats will throw it in. Edinburgh led by double digits in this game. That was all in the first quarter. Garcia has it. 25 seconds to go. Step through, layup, short. Rebound taken down by the Wolverines. Muscling his way was Munoz to get that board. Wolverines a chance to take the lead to close out the half. Rosales brings it across the timeline. Guarded by Garcia. I'm attacking the basket if I'm them. I'm attacking the basket. 8 seconds to go. Down to 6. A long three by Rosales misses everything. Rebound taken down by the Bobcats, but the first half is in the books. Bobcats scored 14 in the first, none in the second, and yet lead at halftime. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Help us give back to the community. Volunteer your time or donate to Habitat for Humanity Restore. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff. Great prices. Great cause. Help us give back to the community. Volunteer your time or donate to Habitat for Humanity Restore. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff. Great prices. Great cause.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Doing some gardening or home improvements this weekend? Visit Habitat for Humanity Restore before you start. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause.
Back here at halftime of the boys' game, Edinburgh Bobcats on top by 1, 14-13 over PSJA Memorial Wolverines. Bobcats didn't score a point in the second quarter, and still they lead. Let's take a look at shooting percentages. Well, Bobcats in the first half shot 40% from the field, 6 of 15 overall. That's 15 shots taken only. 4 of 9 inside the arc, 44%. 2 of 6 outside the arc for 33%. Turned the ball over 8 times, 5 times in that second quarter, where they shot 0 for 6 from the field. Meanwhile, PSJA Memorial Wolverines shot 46% from the field in the first half, 6 of 13 overall, 6 of 10 inside the arc, 0 for 3 beyond the arc, 1 of 2 at the line. Turned it over 4 times. Most of those came right out of the gate to start this ball game. Leading scorers, it doesn't take long to run them down. Victor Salgado has 6 points to lead PSJA Memorial. Everyone else 2 points or less. Meanwhile, Antoine Woodard, 5 points all in the first quarter for Edinburgh. Matt Cruz had 3. Everyone else 2 points or less. Doesn't take long to run down stats on that one. 5:50 remaining at halftime. We'll be back. Evie and I will talk this one over, try to set some strategy, and see if we can maybe come up with some points. I might be able to score a few points in a slow-down game like this. We'll talk about that after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Help us give back to the community. Volunteer your time or donate to Habitat for Humanity Restore. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you. Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here, we are at halftime, and the Edinburgh Bobcats, well, point blank, Evie Vasquez, need to find some offense. Antoine Wooder back in the ball game for the Edinburgh Bobcats. He was absent in that second quarter. Helps if I plug your headset in, doesn't it?
Thank you very much.
Oh, we got some new equipment I ordered today. I can't wait. It'll be here for Friday. Evie and I right now have to kind of sit close enough to hear each other without the headsets. That all changes. And wait till you see the switcher with all the graphics and all the fun stuff that I bought, getting ready to head into the next round for Rio Sports Live. Ball deflected out of bounds. Stay right here. Memorial, PSJA Memorial in the green uniforms, the dark uniforms on the road here. Scored 4 points in the first quarter, 9 in the second, and trailed by 1 as we start this third quarter of play. Memorial to throw it in. There's a 5-second call. Stout defense played by the Bobcats that time.
Yeah, and they're starting just the way they did in the first quarter. If they want anything to happen, if they want to get continue to get this lead that they started early on with, they're going to have to play like that. They're going to have to play some smart IQ basketball.
Bobcats with the ball. Working outside to Cantu. Cantu hands it off to Cruz. Cruz to Wooder. Antoine Wooder, leading scorer in the game with 5 points. Hands it off to Garcia. Got in the paint and got fouled. Ray Salinas called for the foul. And I'll say this, everything was contested in that first half. There wasn't anything easily given up. One layup by PSJA Memorial on the back of a press break, but other than that, everything in the paint certainly earned.
Yeah, nothing has really been hit from the outside. We can't really, pinpoint any big shots that have been hit. Like Joe said, everything has been going inside, and it's been working as far as, a little bit higher percentage, but each team has missed their high percentage as far as, baskets down low as well. So consistency is going to be a big factor as well going forward.
That's the first free throw shot by Edinburgh in this game. That's just the third free throw between two teams playing a physical game. Next free throw for Garcia. Damian has 3 points on the night. Makes that. 7:25 to go. 3-point game. Memorial with the ball across the timeline. J.D. Chavez. Chavez given some room. Gets it to Salinas, top of the key, guarded by Woodard. Puts it on the floor. Woodard nearly steals that. Now on the dribble, Salinas takes it in the paint. Got it blocked by Cantu and recovered by Cantu. On the stop of the Bobcats in the front court. Figueroa has it, spins it outside to Cruz. Cruz off Figueroa's hands, out of bounds. Another turnover for the Edinburgh Bobcats. 6:56 remaining here in the third. PSJA Memorial ball. Rosales brings it up to the timeline. Harlingen came storming back against Wesco. That boys game is now a 2-point game. Wesco was up double digits in the third. That's another broadcast game going on here. We got a good one too. We're within 3 points. 6:31 to go here in the third quarter. Salinas hands it off to Rosales. Rosales got a screen, takes it, hesitates. Good pass inside, fadeaway jumper, count it. Orly Munoz with the bucket. 6:10 to go. Bobcats now on the attack. In the paint it goes to Cantu. Cantu needs some help. Finds Garcia. Garcia in the corner. Figueroa three. No. Long rebound. And here comes Rosales on the run for the Wolverines. Lay it up with the left hand. That won't go. Bobcats trying to push the issue and change the pace of this game. Pull up jumper. Figueroa rolls it off the mark. No good. Rebound in the paint. Taken down by the Wolverines. And now they'll slow the pace again. Well, we almost had some flow and introduced in this game. There's a missed shot by Garner. Rebound by Garcia. Garcia across the timeline on the offensive end. Takes it, spins it out to Figueroa. To Cruz. Cruz to Cantu. Cantu back to Cruz. Inside, outside, free throw, good.
You know, and that's another way that it seems that they're gonna try to get baskets. You know, penetrating in and not just looking for Cantu anymore, but taking the shots themselves. You know, they're trying to bring a little bit more of a team effort when it comes to scoring now. That's evident.
18-15 is your score. Score clock operator a bit confused. Had all kinds of scores up there. On the drive is Rosales. Gets it outside. There's a three, and it's no good. Good look by Salinas. Offensive rebound. Nice job by Munoz. Now a turnover in the front court. Garcia lays it up and in. Off the miscue. Bobcats now back up by 5. They led by 10 in the first quarter. Have outscored the Wolverines 6-2 here in the third. In the corner, baseline move made. Shot goes up, contested, and Garcia commits a foul.
Yeah, and that was the smart play to do. You know, that was a great decision by him attacking baseline. They've been attacking baseline several times throughout the game and doing exactly that. You know, if they can't get a good basket, they've been getting to the free throw line. So converting these free throws will be big to continue getting the momentum going forward.
J.D. Chavez at the line. 2 shots, first one good. Chavez has 3 points tonight. Got it.
And as you can see now, they're face guarding Woodard so that he doesn't get the ball. So that'll be interesting to see as well.
That's David Garner that draws that assignment. Woodard with a catch, hands it out to Garcia. Garcia goes inside to Cantu. Fadeaway jumper, no. Rebound by the Wolverines, and then a foul away from the ball.
And that's an unnecessary foul there. You really don't need to, you know, get yourself in that position to get a silly foul like that. You know, going forward and trying to finish this game on a strong note, you have to be able to watch your fouls and help your team instead of, you know, trying to harm them with fouls like that. And now what it cost him, and now he's going back to the bench.
Woodard picks up the foul, his third of the game, and he'll have a seat on the bench. He had 2 fouls in the second quarter, didn't play. Has a seat now for Edinburgh, and now it will be free throw opportunity for PSJA Memorial's Wolverines.
No, actually, I think what happened there is I think they might have called an aggressive foul,
an intentional foul.
Yeah, I think that's what they ended up calling.
Garner at the line. Hasn't scored a point, hasn't shot a free throw. Good on the first. 2-point game. Garner with another one. Missed it. Now it'll be Wolverine ball out of bounds. 2-point ball game. Well, you sense if either team gets on a run of any kind at all, it may be enough to put this one out of reach from the other one.
Yeah, and the thing is that other factors that are going to come into it is turnovers and shot selection. These teams have not really been hitting from the outside, so whoever can effectively drive into the paint and finish consistently, it wouldn't be surprising if they get away with it.
Wolverine basketball outside to Salinas. Salinas gets it to Garner. Garner back to Salinas. Salinas on the drive against Cantu. Fadeaway jumper. Rolled it home.
What a great move against a big man. He's anticipating the block shot there, and he was able to spin on him, fade away, and finish with a nice little touch. That's a great working against a bigger man like that.
That's done in the practice gym. We're tied. Bobcats with the basketball. Figueroa takes it outside to Cantu. He's wide open, lets her go, and it misses. Rebound by Cruz. Cruz double team, tried to muscle his way through there, and the whistle blows.
They almost got away with that trap there and causing a turnover, but, it just got a little too antsy and used their hands too much, and it caused a foul.
Victor Salgado got called for the foul. He kind of looks up as like, me? That's his fourth foul. He'll have a seat on the bench. Bobcats get it to Garcia, goes baseline, forced that shot, missed it. Rebound by the Wolverines. He got deep enough to get a good look, just a little under the goal.
Yeah, and I think you said it, forced shot. He just got a little bit too deep and under the basket too much.
Wolverines with the ball. On the dribble is Garner. Garner outside, it goes to Salinas. Salinas against Cantu. Hands it off to Garner. Garner attacks in the paint, lays it up, missed it. Rebound Cantu.
He did everything perfect on that drive. He just couldn't finish. He used his body very well. He veered off the defender, and he almost got it.
Bobcats Hernandez. That won't go. Rosales gets the rebound. Wolverines a chance to take the lead. Salinas to Cisneros. Cisneros to Rosales, gets it back. From the right side, hands it off to Chavez. 2:15 and counting here in the third. Nick Cisneros on the dribble, guarded by Figueroa, hands it off. A three-man weave at the top of this, and then a launch three. That one won't go by Salinas. Rebound by Cantu. Kind of took me by surprise there. Just out of nowhere, here comes a three.
Yeah, and the thing is that now that it seems for either team, anytime you take a three, it's almost like a turnover. Nobody is hitting anything from the outside. Why take a shot? Just keep on going inside and see what you can get.
Bobcats with the basketball. At three-point shooting combined, the two teams are 2 of 13. Minute 41 to go here in the third. Tie game. Bobcats off the dribble. Figueroa in trouble. Tries to get a timeout. I think he did. Timeout called by the Bobcats. Good heads-up play after the near turnover. We'll be back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Back here, want to remind you on our website, we got multiple games going on. I know Freddie's out in the Real Sports Southwest side of things. We also have one in Harlingen, Wessico and Harlingen. And here we are, PSJA Memorial at Edinburgh. We're all tied up. Cantu with a nice catch for the Bobcats. Spins a pass to Figueroa, shot it off the back of the rim. Got his own rebound, went for the shot and got fouled.
Out of that timeout, they spread them out very well. Edinburgh spread out Memorial very well and was able to get to the basket. But those shots are the ones that are going to count the most, Joe. They have to be able to capitalize and make those baskets if they want to win. And either team, they've been having a hard time just finishing a regular layup.
Mark Figueroa to the line. That foul was called on Adrian Rosales, which is his second. Figueroa on the night, 2 points. banks the first one in. Do it go, coach? I used to have a teammate used to say that all the time. Do it go? Okay. Next one coming up for Figueroa. Missed that one. Salinas secured that rebound. Wolverines with the ball, down 1. Little half-court trapping here by Edinburgh. Memorial will throw around that. Garner into a double team. He's in trouble. Jump ball. Turnover.
Yeah, now, and their traps are coming a little bit more aggressively now. If you're Edinburgh, at the beginning you would see them, yes, press a little bit, but it was just to kind of get the game going at their momentum. And now they kind of feel a little bit more sense of urgency, and you can tell their traps are coming a little bit more aggressively.
Edinburgh basketball. Bobcats with the 1-point lead with a minute left here in the third. Handed up to Figueroa. Figueroa got a great screen. Frees up on a clear out against Salinas. Shot it over him and missed it. Rebound, there's Cantu. Put it up and in. Jesus Cantu set the screen, rolled off of that, got in position for that board. 45 seconds left here in the third. In the backcourt, Cisneros to Salinas. Here comes Rosales. Rosales attacks with the right hand and count it. Adrian Rosales with a nice finish. 30 seconds left. 1-point game. Bobcats with the basketball. Hernandez gets it over to Figueroa. Figueroa to Garcia. 22 seconds left. Garcia off the dribble. Whistle blows and a hand check. Call it on Nick Cisneros. For him, his second. Team foul number 4 here in the second half. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Garcia for the Edinburgh High Bobcats. 13 seconds on the clock. Down to 10. Takes it off the dribble to the right-hand side. Lays it up off the rim. No good. Cantu tried to follow. Rebound, Memorial. And there's a double dribble. They'll get away with that. Here comes Cisneros. Outside it goes. This will count. No good. It'll be Memorial ball when we start the third, or start the fourth, after 3. 1-point game. Back after this.
Help us give back to the community. Volunteer your time or donate to Habitat for Humanity Restore. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff. Great prices. Great cause.
I don't mind being on the air for that. Welcome back here, RealSportsLive.com. Manny sitting to my right-hand side. My partner just shows me a picture. His wife baked a cake and sent him a picture. I baked you a cake. And I was turned to him and I said, if my wife sent me a picture like that, I'd ask who possessed her. She does not bake cakes. But man, that looked good. It looked like it had some chocolate icing on it, and I'm ready to go. That's said from someone that's hungry, going to get something to eat after this game. 1-point game. 23-22, this is RealSportsLive.com, and we appreciate you joining us here on each and every broadcast. This one, PSJA Memorial and Edinburgh. Memorial with the ball as we start the final 8 minutes of play in regulation. Salinas with a 3. Bang! Out of nowhere, a 3 drops home. For Salinas, he's got 7 points. 2-point lead for Memorial. Edinburgh basketball. Cruz spins it over to Hernandez, gets it right back. 7:20 remaining. Cruz on the dribble. Spins it over to Hernandez again. Woodard back in the game, catches that pass. Takes it off the dribble, got in the paint, shot it, got fouled, gets to the line.
And that's what he's going to need to be going forward. You know, he's going to have to go ahead and get those type of baskets where he can use his size and use his strength, you know, to get in there. And if you're PSJA Memorial, you have to continue to just keep him away from the ball and see if you can finish this game as a team effort defensively.
Victor Salgado just fouled out. Finished the game with 6 points and 2 rebounds. And it's no secret, they're trying to take an extreme physical play right at Antoine Woodard.
Anything to get you off his game.
Woodard makes the free throw. Just like that, he ties Damian Garcia with the team lead in scoring. Yet again, he's been quiet. Misfires on that one. Easy rebound for Salinas. Wolverines with the ball and the lead. 7 minutes left in the game. Hand off to Salinas. Salinas against Cantu. Takes him off the dribble this time. Missed that one. Woodard gets a rebound. Here come the Bobcats. Chance to regain the lead. Woodard on a clear out. Takes it off the drive. Pulls up with a jumper. Bang! Antoine Woodard created his own space for that jumper off the dribble. He
knows what's at stake. He knows what's at stake, and he knows that he has to step up in order to get this bigger margin of lead.
Memorial with the ball. Wolverines, 6:26 to go. Down 1. Outside it goes to Salinas. Attacks again in the paint. Tries to get Cantu in the air. They try to take it away and a foul's called.
Edinburgh is almost daring, Memorial to shoot from the 3. They're just defending. They're sitting back, in the man-to-man, but it's more of a matchup man-to-man. And they're almost, daring them to shoot. They know Memorial hasn't really had a bad night. Neither have they. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how it finishes off.
High pass out on top. It goes to Chavez. Chavez hands it off to Cisneros. 6:14 to go in this game. On the dribble is Cisneros. Takes it in the paint. Running one-hander. Got it.
Yeah, they got away from what they were doing defensively there, and they allowed them to attack. They have been doing very well defending the attack game, and they just let them have an easy basket there.
5:52 remaining. Wolverines on top. Off the dribble. Hernandez off the glass. That won't go. He wanted a foul. Salinas gets a rebound. Wolverines can now build on a 1-point lead. In the corner. Here's a 3. Answer no. Long rebound comes out to Cruz. Bobcats a chance to regain the lead. Hernandez from that right side against the defense of Cisneros. Hands it off to Figueroa. Figueroa picked up by Rosales. Takes it off the dribble. Big jump stop in the paint. Left it short. Woodard's there. Tip it in. Antoine Woodard on the finish with the putback. Bobcats up by 1. 5:09 left here in this game. Garner got in the paint. Made it.
They keep trading baskets. Somebody's going to have to, defend better so that they can continue those baskets that they're making, make them count. If they keep on trading baskets, it's not going to work.
The lead goes back and forth. Woodard with a catch at the elbow. Turns. They double team him, and they take it away. On the turnover, here comes Rosales. Rosales gets it to Salinas. Salinas attacks, lays it up, no good, and then got fouled, getting his rebound. Stops the clock with 4:34 remaining in the ball game. Cantu will check back in the game for Edinburgh.
Yeah, that's already 2 shots they give up. They need their shot blocker in there. They just gave him a little breather, and he probably came in a little bit sooner than they wanted, but this timeout will help him catch his breath a little bit more.
We'll go ahead and keep it here as we're going to talk a little bit about this Sunday. We're having our first Talkin' Sports on a Sunday show. It'll be at Chipotle in Harlingen, 3 o'clock to 4:30. I've got 5 coaches lined up. I got a couple of media friends that are also going to talk. We're going to talk basketball. We're going to talk soccer. We're going to talk softball. Evie, I think this is going to become a really super popular show by the time it's said and done. Talking about with highlights and coaches and media representatives from around the RGV. I think it's going to be something big.
And I think the people around you know exactly what's going on. That's why you're getting so many people involved and so many people, looking to contribute to what you're doing here. The Valley needs something like this. The Valley needs people to showcase their kids. They need people to be able to support their kids and what they're doing in their sporting events. So kudos to you, Joe, and keep doing what you're doing. We're all looking forward to what's to come.
And I want to invite everyone out there that's watching our games, come on out and join us, if you will, on Sunday at 3 o'clock. There's no football this week because the Super Bowl is next week. Now, I'm not going to dare try to compete with that either, but this week, 3 to 4:30 at Chipotle in Harlingen. And we're going to be there live, and we encourage as many fans to come out there and kind of interact with us and have some fun with us as we take another level of this. Memorial Wolverines, and that's dangerous to a technical foul called. Wolverines frustrated that that foul was called off the ball. Bobcat ball. They trail by 1. 4:30 left here in this game. Cruz brings it across. Picked up by Chavez. What a crossover. Takes it to the right-hand side all the way up and missed it, but got fouled. And
Yeah,
I mean, he got hammered.
Yes, he did. That was a very hard foul. And it all started with his nice dribbling skills. He was able to get the defender off of him, and he had 2 guys just collide with him. And that's what you expect when you attack the basket. You have to expect some contact, and it's just unfortunate that sometimes you just end up on the floor.
Salinas picks up the foul, which is his second. Free throw for Matt Cruz. He hasn't been to the line yet. First one good. Knots us up here in the fourth quarter. Next free throw coming up for Cruz. .4:21 to go. Made it. 1 point game. Wolverines of PSJA Memorial with the ball. Cisneros off the dribble. Spins it over to Chavez. Chavez given room. Finds Rosales. Rosales picked up by Hernandez. Gets it to Cisneros. Cisneros has the ball. Top of the key it goes. That's Salinas. Salinas off the drive. Takes it against Cantu. Fadeaway jumper right over him. Missed it. Rebound by the Bobcats. Bobcats up 1. Cruz has it. Got to the elbow. Lets it go. Made it. Cruz with a nice little even spacing for that wide open jumper.
Yeah, and the thing is that since Edinburgh is playing a man, anytime that you're able to shake off your defender, you're gonna have a clear lane to the basket. If you're Edinburgh, anytime you can shake them off, you're gonna be able to get to the basket.
This is Salinas. Salinas hands it off to Rosales. Rosales, there's a lot of contact and the whistle blows. Salinas fell to the ground. Well, in a physical game, you get exactly what you expect. You get one side saying that's a travel, and the other side saying, oh no, that's a foul.
That's a foul, that's right. And after tonight's game, these guys are going to get out with some bruises and lumps after this game, but whoever comes out victorious, they're not even going to notice it. They'll just be happy to get a victory in a low-scoring game that is kind of going back and forth, and nobody really ever got a feel for it.
Salinas ready at the line. But one thing about this, a coach that's team stays in a game like this can really use this for playoff basketball, because in the playoffs, you can't always rely on the fact that it's going to be a non-physical game. You can expect physical games, so you need a game like this. You really do.
Yeah, you just don't know what to expect, and you're right. Starting with officials, going to what you cannot expect from a playoff game. You're not at your house. Possibly you're at somebody else's house. So, yeah, you're right. This is a preparation for the playoffs. Can you grind it through, and can you finish for either team?
Hernandez loses that one. Touched last by a Wolverine. 2:54 to go. If Edinburgh scores here, it's a 2-possession game. And in this kind of a game, 2 possessions means a lot. We'll keep it here because 2 possessions means now you got to make a basket to get back to within a possession. And that it could be huge with just 2 minutes and some change left in this game.
And the fouls are getting up there. So also on the other side of it is anytime you foul now, you're sending them to the line. So you're going to have to play, nice conservative defense, yet be able to contest pretty well. So it'll be interesting the way they finish. And I think that's why Edinburgh just called a timeout. They got to be able to have a nice kick to this game and finish off strong. You're up by 3 points. You just got the lead back with baskets there, back-to-back baskets. So you have to be able to finish with a strong mindset.
In this game, we're in the fourth quarter. We've only had one quarter that one team scored double figures, and that was the first when Edinburgh scored 14. So, again, I'm going to look at it. They're up 3. They make a basket here and go up 5. 5 points may be a huge hill to climb in a game in which points just aren't easy to come by, period.
Yeah, they're not coming very easy, and nobody's been able to shoot anything from the outside. So any point or any basket, is going to be something that needs to be recovered, and neither of these teams have been able to score very well.
Out of the timeout. It'll be Edinburgh basketball out of bounds. They'll throw it in. They get it inside, and a shot goes up and in. Count it, the foul, and Cantu gets to the line. That's big.
He was able to go ahead and use his physicality to get rid of one defender, go up strong, and get hacked at the same time. That's great presence. That's great strength. That's just a great basketball play there.
Cantu can try to complete a three-point play. And he does. 6-point game. Bobcats led by 10 after the first quarter. Wolverines, Cisneros. 2:42 remaining in the game. Gets it out to Salinas. Salinas hands it off to Rosales. Rosales on a clear out on that far side against Cantu and got fouled.
And that's exactly happening because they are again bringing Cantu out, and I'm 100% sure Steinbrenner knows that. In order for him to have any success inside, he has to get Cantu out of there. So he's what is he doing? He's bringing out his big so that they can possibly get better, easier shots going to the basket.
Garner on the dribble, and there's a timeout called by the Wolverines. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back. 6-point game. Bobcats up on RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here after the timeout. I'm Joe Bowling, Evie Vasquez to my right side. 2:20 left here in this game. 6-point lead for Edinburgh. PSJA Memorial with the ball. Top of the key it goes. Garner for a 3. That's short. Rebound by the Bobcats. They get to stop. Now will they take the air completely out of this ball? Up 6. 2 minutes left. First they'll get a timeout. They got an injury. So it looks like George Hernandez comes up limping. So they'll allow him to exit the game. 18 fouls for PSJA Memorial. They commit a foul. It's free throw time for Edinburgh. Bobcats will throw it in the backcourt to Figueroa.
And
Hands
if
it
you're
off to
Edinburgh,
Cruz.
there's no reason to rush. Just kill some time if you want. You're up by 6 points. You can kill some time and allow Memorial to come out and stretch out and do exactly that. Scramble for the ball, and that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get easy baskets like that.
Backdoor cut, and Garcia with the finish. And it's just a quiet little run here by the Edinburgh Bobcats to now lead by 8. Top of the key, Garner to Salinas. Salinas guarded by Woodard. Got fouled. Now, I had that as a 7th team foul. They've got that as team foul number 6.
Yeah, luckily they had that one to give. Now they're going to be able to watch their hands and watch their fouls because now anything that they do, they're going to send Memorial to the foul line.
That's the 4th foul on Woodard. Minute 30 to go here in this ball game. Chavez to Rosales. Rosales to Garner. Garner on the drive to the baseline. Back out, top of the key to Chavez. Step back 3, no way. Long rebound comes out. Controlled by Rosales. Rosales hands it off, baseline, layup, good. by Salinas with 1:05 to go in this game. Timeout called by Memorial. We'll keep it here. 6-point game. You start fouling now immediately?
I don't think so. I don't think so yet. You are going to have to press no matter what. If I'm Memorial, I'm pressing. Okay, and if they cross half court, that's when I start thinking about fouling. But I will at least give them, that first half of the court to see if they can go ahead and get a steal. I'm going for the steal. Or anything over three or four dribbles, I'm looking to foul there. And once I get the ball back, I'm looking to go to the basket. Easy threes just really haven't been coming their way, so I'm looking to go to the basket.
Memorial over there talking things over. Possession arrow will favor Edinburgh. The lead favors Edinburgh. The fouls favor Edinburgh. There's a lot going right on the home court for the Bobcats.
And it's surprising. We've seen so many of these games, in the Valley this year that just very entertaining, very close games that come down to the wire.
Our other game going on, Harlingen and Weslaco. Trying to keep track of that one myself. 1:05 to go here in this one. Edinburgh Bobcats scored 14 points in the first quarter, if you're just joining us. Didn't score a point in the second quarter and led at halftime. Scored 9 in the third, 14 more here in the fourth, and lead by 6. This has been anything but an easy basketball game for either team.
Look for Edinburgh to cut down the middle in this 1-4 stack that they have here. Look for them to hit the big man here, and then look for them to hit the cutter in the middle.
From the middle, they go deep with a pass to Figueroa. Tries to save it out of bounds. Touched last by Wolverines. Saved and then touched by the Bobcats, and out of bounds it goes.
And believe it or not, that's favor for Memorial there. They got exactly what they wanted. They were able to get a steal within the first, 8 to 10 seconds. That's exactly what you wanted. You wanted to give them at least that much time before you started fouling, and they got the ball back without giving up any points. That's exactly what Memorial wanted.
Do they go for a three?
Not yet. I don't think so yet. See what happens here.
Well, so much for that. Long three misses. Rebound by the Bobcats. Here comes Woodard. Weaves through a double and a triple team and then gets fouled. Adrian Rosales was like, I'm letting it go.
I'm letting it go. Yeah, I got a little bit too antsy. I don't know if that was by design, but if you're me, I'm going to the basket first, see if you can get a quick 2, and then we'll take it from there.
Woodard to the line. Antoine tonight has 10 points, 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Shooting 1 and 1. Got the first.
He nails this one, it might seal it.
Woodard ready to go. Missed that one. Still a 3-possession game. Memorial needs some points. 30 seconds remaining. On the dribble is Rosales. Pulls up a long 3. That one won't go. Rebound by Woodard. Woodard's double team and fouled. Woodard will stroll back to the free throw line, or will he? They call the jump ball. Now we got a double foul call, and Antoine Woodard just fouled out of the game.
You fall into your defender's trap, and anytime you lose your cool, you're risking for that to happen. You get a double foul, and it affects your team.
He got tied up with Salinas, he and Ray. Woodard exits the game, the leading scorer in the night, 11 points for Edinburgh. On the possession change. Now, if that was a jump ball before, then the possession should go the other way, but I don't think they're going to call that. Not certain on what they called here. It's Bobcat basketball. 23 seconds to go, and they'll foul Cantu. Cantu retaliates against the foul by J.D. Chavez. 20 seconds left here in this game. A rough and tumble, physical, just good old-fashioned Tuesday night scrap going on here between these two teams. The winner, again, I say advantage to them when you get ready for a tight game in which maybe the officials just aren't calling it your way in a certain game. You can relate back to right here. Remember how you played. when things weren't going your way and you found a way to win.
Yeah, and you're going to have players looking back at this saying, did I do the correct thing? Did I behave the correct way? Did I, go about the game the right way and the way that I should have? I'm pretty sure they're going to go back at this video and be able to pinpoint a lot of things that they have to work on and a lot of things that they have to, fix. And some things that they were positive. Some things, don't believe that everything that you saw on here was a complete negative. First of all, the victory is great, and plays like that, scrappiness is something that you're going to want to take with you.
There's a steal by the Bobcats with 14 seconds to go. They're up 9, and they're going to get out of here with a win and get back in the winning column after losing Friday night. They come out here, were tested, and overcome some difficult situations and win this one by the score of 40-31. What a game, Evie Vasquez. It was not what I expected between these two teams. It was a close game. I did kind of expect that, but the style was not what I expected.
Yeah, I don't think either team is going to walk away saying, that was a good game. But I'm pretty sure Edinburgh is looking at it and saying, hey, we'll take the win as it comes. We needed this win, going forward, continuing to stay in first place. We'll have to look at the results from Vela and see how they finish tonight. But my guess is that they won as well. So they have to continue to move forward and see if they can go ahead and fight for that first place.
Edinburgh completes a sweep tonight against the PSJA Memorial Wolverines on the night and on the season. And one player in double figures, that's Antoine Woodard, led the game with 11 points. His teammates Jesus Cantu and Matt Cruz were right behind him with 9 apiece, 8 for Damian Garcia. On the other side, 9 points for Ray Salinas for PSJ Memorial Wolverines, 6 for Victor Salgado. And really that's, just limited scoring and just low-scoring basketball game. We've said it enough. Evie, your thoughts moving forward as we are screaming down the line for playoff basketball just around the corner.
Just around the corner, and this is the time of the year where teams are saying, who are we and what are we made of? Just like an example was here tonight, and nobody wants to lose an inch or lose a game going into the playoffs because so many things are at stake. Who are you going to play? Where are you going to play possibly? So going forward, nobody wants to go ahead and give up anything. So if you're Edinburgh, you're looking at this as a positive, and we'll see how Memorial finishes. That'll be interesting to see if they make the playoffs themselves. And going forward, the rest of the Valley, they're looking good. We had another example with Harlingen and Westlaco, fighting for playoff berths over there as well. And that's one of the best districts that we have out there in the Valley. So anything that's coming, towards the Side Padre Island is some good basketball. And over on the west side, on our side in the 5A, on the boys' side, you have Rio Grande fighting just to stay in there as well. When it's talking about the girls, Westlaco, I think, has already set their presence in there. Harlingen as well. Los Fresnos is in there. I think they just beat Harlingen South going forward, and they'll be able to possibly secure a playoff spot for themselves. So I'm looking forward to see how this month is going to finish, and I'm excited to see who's going to make it and who's going to, unfortunately, stay out.
Yeah, we got a lot of basketball coming up, but we are getting towards those playoffs. Evie, thanks again for joining me. Safe travels back home.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us, fans. Now, reminding you the archives are available, and hey, we need you to chime in. Help us decide where we're going on Friday night. I can take 2 crews in 2 directions. Is it going to be basketball? Is it going to be soccer? Let us know. Send us some shout-outs on the social media. And thanks again for joining us.
Good
Till
night,
next
guys.
time, I'm Joe Bowling. So long.